Have you ever been to a meeting where a topic was discussed, a decision was made, and people even nod their heads or smile at what looks like agreement, only to later find that no one is following through on the decision? If this is happening with your team, you're suffering from the third dysfunction of a team, the dreaded lack of commitment. Hello, my friends. Jeff Rochelle here from Grow to Your Potential. Today, we reach the halfway point as we work through the 5 dysfunctions of a team in an effort to help you and your team move from a place of dysfunction to a place of efficiency and success. Previously, we looked at the need for trust, how to build it, and the dangers of not having it. Then we looked at conflict and a key reason why we avoid the conflict that is needed to get the best decisions. Today, we dive into commitment, making decisions that we stick to. To help you see what this dysfunction looks like, here is an example. An executive team gathers for their regular weekly meeting. The leader informs the team of the company's struggling bottom line and proposes a hiring freeze for the next few months, while they work on implementing some changes to address the problem. After a brief discussion, the team moves on to other topics. After the meeting, the HR rep sends a memo out informing all the team leaders of the hiring freeze. Seeing this memo, several of the executive team members are in a frenzy, saying they never agreed to this and how they need this decision to be reversed. So what happened? How is it that some came out of that meeting ready to commit to the decision of a hiring freeze, while others were shocked and unwilling to support the decision? Well, for starters, we look back to the previous 2 dysfunctions, trust and conflict. If anyone on the team is struggling with trust issues, they may be questioning the decisions and proposals of others on the team. They may not give them the weight they deserve. Or worse, they may be thinking that others won't follow through on this, so why should I? Why should I suffer to help fix the company's bottom line when others won't? Others may struggle to share their ideas and feel heard. This could be part of trust issues on the team or their own struggles with engaging in conflict. If they had a different idea and never voiced it or felt they weren't heard, they'll struggle to accept the decision of the team. You see, when there's a lack of vulnerability in the group and the team struggles to engage in healthy conflict to get the best ideas on the table and have everyone heard, it's only natural for people to struggle to commit. They can't buy into something they either don't trust or have not contributed to. They lack ownership over the decision. As a result, you may get silence or even a nod that will look like approval. But there truly is no commitment to the decision. Trust and conflict are 2 big reasons for a team to lack commitment. But there's another. This one lies in a much larger topic, that of team meetings. I won't go into much detail here, as there's enough to say about dysfunctional meetings to create a whole video series in itself. Let me know if you'd like to see that one next. What I will say is this. How often do you discuss a bunch of ideas, get to the end, and just move on to another topic? In your mind, you may think the final decision crystal clear, that people agree. You move on to the next item of business. And yet, in reality, what you think is the clear decision is different from what others may have interpreted. This happens far too often. It's not so much that people are intentionally going against the agreed upon decision. Rather, they had a different understanding of what that decision was. In other words, the decision ended without taking time to ensure there was clarity around that final decision. This is why I always recommend finishing off a decision by asking the question, what did we decide? If everyone says the same thing, you're good to go. If there's still confusion, the discussion is not over yet. So there you have it. If your team is struggling to commit, you're likely dealing with trust and conflict issues that are preventing buy-in, or problems with how you conduct your meetings that results in a lack of clarity around the decision being made. And likely, it's a bit of both. We now have looked at the first 3 dysfunctions of a team. If you address these, you'll be off to a great start. However, that's not all. You still need to finish well. For that, join me again next week as we tackle the 4th dysfunction of a team, that of accountability. I'll see you then.